Hey everybody, just a very quick update as to what's going on. You guys know I've been very concerned about the FOMC meeting and everything else and what it all means. So let's jump in and chat about a couple of things and then I'll talk about my interpretation. So first of all, if you look at the actual summary, something I just put together, they are going to phase out their tapering, the quantitative easing, and that'll be done by March 2022. And I'll talk more about that date in a minute. So they will end all their purchases, which is basically a truckload every single month, in the next 3 or 4 months. They are 2 meetings away from completion of this taper. And the good news is they're going to keep interest rates near zero. That's a big relief for the markets. He did leave the door open for a number of different things, like OMI remaining a risk, but is extremely bullish on where we are going in terms of growth, economic growth, unemployment, and everything else. But the real thing I just want to talk about is what does this all mean for kind of the markets and crypto? So ending taper, yeah, well, they've been printing a truckload for a long time. I do believe he has left the door open in many different ways to increase money printing, quantitative easing as we go forward. Now, the real most important thing to the markets, and the markets kind of responded immediately, no threat of raising rates till March. We'll talk more about that in a second, of course. The growth rate is quite staggering considering some of the supply chain issues that exist out there. One of the really crazy things that I didn't quite get was a little bit delusional in 2 aspects. One is the real employment and labor force participation. That's become a huge issue with the Great Resignation due to what's happened over the last 20 months. I think they are underestimating the damage there. He also believes they will revert to about a 2.6% inflation rate in about a year. That is crazy. I don't see that happening at all. Now, he is realistic about wage increases. They will not be temporary. They're going to be permanent, and they're going to be a lot more than 2.6%. That's for sure. Now, what really is important is to think about potential increase in interest rates in March 2022. That could be in line with the end of the crypto bull run and maybe a correction in the market. So we have 90 days to prepare for what this could all mean, and that's important for us to look at. That's why we need to be aware of all of these different types of things so we can move our chess pieces around the board. Now, regarding the bond market, Jerome Powell is not bothered by the fact that the long bond rate is where it is. He kept on mentioning Omicron, and the effect on the economy, that it will really depend on how much it suppresses demand as opposed to oppressing supply. First mention of kind of supply chain issues. I think supply chain issues will continue to be disrupted, especially through the winter as we have lockdowns and other things. So net, lots of openings to do more. OMI, inflation, growth rates, unemployment rates, etc. So I think this is what he needed to do to keep the markets calm, keep growth going, keep everything very, very positive. And so all in all, great news. And the markets have responded in kind as well. So hang tough, everybody. I just want to share this because a lot of people were concerned about what this all means. And I think Jerome Powell is probably the guy you really want at the helm of this ship. He's doing a great job. He's keeping everybody calm, but leaving the door open. So as we mentioned yesterday in yesterday's video, they would double the taper. They've done that. It'll be over by March. But door is open to start quantitative easing again. I think they're going to have to do that too, especially with the increase in the debt limit for the government at another $2.5 trillion yesterday as well. So all roads lead to more money printing. But the great news for us again, no interest rate hike, at least until March, April 2022. So thanks, everybody. I'll be on a little bit later with a quick update, but I just wanted to get that out there real quick. Thanks all for being here. Bye.